Hey everyone, this is Brian, and I want to wish you all a Happy New Year. Hope you had a great one. I know some of you that live in New York City were probably in Times Square to watch the ball drop, and probably wherever else you live, you probably found a way to celebrate. You probably went out and had a few, at a bar or at a party or wherever. Or like me, you kind of stayed home and spent it with family, without drinking. But I hope you had a good one, and I hope you all got home safe. Because obviously, if you're watching this, you did. Little joke there. No offense, but a little joke. But anyway, I just wanted to kind of look back at 2008 as, what a year for myself and, for, everything in general. I gotta say, and you could probably agree with me on this. 2008 went fast. I could still picture it in my mind. It's like it was almost like yesterday. Me and my family were, ushering in 2008, and now all of a sudden it's 2009. And not only that, the day I'm filming this, it's January 3rd, 2009. Well, not January 3rd, January 4th. And it's like, wow, I can't believe it. I can't believe it. There's some footage on here, like I did a look back, a review of 2008 of the Sonic the Hedgehog comic book by Archie Comics, and I did that before I did my reviews and opinions, so that's going to be a little bit of a backtracker. But still, what a year. It went by fast. This year was, alright for me, for myself. I turned 29, had a little thing for me, that's all. I don't know what's going to happen for me this year, because I'm turning 30 years old in July. That's right, the big 3-0. So I don't know what's going to happen there. But, like I said, it's just unbelievable how fast. What has occurred this year? The biggest thing coming out, and a lot of people have talked about this, and a majority of people, like maybe some of you out there, are happy about it, the fact that history was made. This entire year was focused on the presidential election, because it was a historic presidential election. Because when you look at it, there was two ways history could have been made. One, we could have ended up with our first lady president in Hillary Clinton. That didn't happen. On the other hand, we could have ended up with our first black, or not black, but African American president in Barack Obama, in which we did. Or, if it could have been, tradition could have continued, and we could have had updated, hip with it, kind of hip to it, kind of 70-year-old president in John McCain. But that didn't happen because, like I said, the second historic moment, the second one that made history took place, and that was Barack Obama becoming the president of the United States, which was really a surprise. Now, all I can say is it's in God's hands now as to how He's going to lead this country. That's all I can say. It's in God's hands right now. Like my mom has told me, the Lord has a reason for someone like Barack Obama being in office, or being elected into office officially in the next week or so. So there's a reason for it. But, what a year, besides all that. And if you're a sports fan, you look at Major League Baseball, what a year there. Here you have a team in the Tampa Bay Devil Rays that for the past, I don't know how many years they were in existence, were basically nobodies, finally emerged this year, got to the World Series, only to lose it to Philadelphia in very, how do I put it, very unusual, unique, environment. Think about it. I have never seen a sporting event, World Series or otherwise, to where one inning, to where you finish a game a couple of days later because of the weather. I remember basically that if it comes to something like that, you got to do a double header. But I guess since it was the World Series, that didn't apply. But still, it's just, it's just what a year, and congratulations to the Philadelphia Phillies. But man, besides all that, it's just been an unbelievable year. And if you're a wrestling fan, like I am, then this year also gave you something that you've always wanted. In the middle of the year, in the summer, we ended up getting two, as some people say, Ring of Honor alumni becoming world champions. I mean, you had CM Punk in the WWE become World Heavyweight Champion, defeating Edge by cashing in Money in the Bank. And then, on the TNA side, you had Samoa Joe defeating Kurt Angle on the 6 Sides of Steel at Lockdown to become the World Heavyweight Champion there. But then, to top that all off, WWE gives fans another thing they've always wanted, and what a way to end the year for them, by finally pulling the trigger and making Jeff Hardy WWE Champion. I mean, what a way to end the year, by giving the fans, again, what they want. It's just really unbelievable. And as for me, as for myself, it's been, like I said, been a great year for me. I kind of helped restart the Awanas program over at my church, which I am a leader now. I finally, I basically went out and I did things, said I was going to do some things, and I did some of them. For example, you look over here, you look over there, and you see that white thing on top? That's my Xbox 360. And I said I was going to get the Xbox 360, and you know what? I did. I've said it for months, and I said it for the past year or so, and I finally did it. I finally got the Xbox 360. Now, some people say it was a mistake on my part to get that I should have waited. Maybe I should have, but hey, I was ahead at the time. Well, I thought I was, and I figured I'm just going to get it out of the way, as basically an early Christmas gift to myself. And that's what I did. That's what I did. But, another thing I did this year, when I got this Xbox, I did something I should have done a long time ago. I finally got some online service, basically, with it. Well, basically not an online service. I'm basically part of the Xbox Gold membership thing, month to month, for right now. Because I bought this, down here, that router, as you can see. I bought that router, and thanks to a friend of mine, if you will, I was able also to finally get some Wi-Fi in here. So in other words, I have a Nintendo, which means with my Nintendo DS, I can play against anyone around the world. But overall, it was a great year. I finally also got an MP3 player. I know what you're thinking. What took you so long? What do you mean by that? And what took you so? But you're probably asking, well, why am I so proud about that? Because and you may find this a little strange. I've never had an MP3 player before. I've always carried around a CD player, but now I have an MP3 player, and it's 2 gigabytes, so it holds a lot of songs. But overall, it's been a great year. Can't say anything bad about it. I became, like I said, an Awana leader for my church, and basically became the church that I am part of now. Really is a church and a fellowship that I enjoy going to, because now even on Sunday mornings I get up and leave before my mom to go to a morning Bible study, which lasts for about 45 minutes to an hour. And I love the environment. It's friendly. You joke around. You talk about things. You talk about how things of today relate to what you read in the scriptures. It's unbelievable. It's the best environment I've ever been in when it comes to going to church. And I love it. And also this year, because of that, I was baptized along with my nephew. So, overall, it's been a great year. And I can only look forward to what 2009 has in store for me. And I'm pretty sure you all feel the same way about yourself. So until later on, or until I come in contact with you next time, I'm Brian Walmer saying Happy New Year, and God bless you all.